Gas prices are hard to shake as you drive by the big billboards showing how much it's going to cost at the pump. Well, you're not the only individuals who are being impacted by that. Truck drivers absolutely are being impacted by that. And to talk more about the compounding nature of how this is going to impact consumers across the board, Don Schaefer with Midwest Truckers Association joining us on the WMAY Morning News feed. Good morning, Don. How you doing out there? Hopefully your members are able to keep doing what they do, because it is absolutely 100,000% essential that they continue to do what they're able to do.
Yeah, right now, I mean, the supply is there. They can still buy it. It's just gotten tremendously more expensive in the last week or so. For example, every Monday afternoon, U.S. Department of Energy comes out with their survey, and it shows that diesel prices went up in the Midwest alone, went up 68 cents per gallon last week. Average price for a gallon of diesel in the Midwest right now is $4.65. Which is actually cheap because the national average is $4.85. And then if you put that in perspective, fuel prices are running about $1.50 to about $1.75 a gallon higher than they did this time last year. So yes, I mean, that definitely hits, for a trucking company, the second largest cost after putting the truck driver in the truck, the second largest cost for them is the fuel that they put in there.
What does that mean for the consumer who's waiting for their goods to get to a grocery store, or waiting for their automotive parts to get to the automotive mechanic? Or just give us, I guess, a general sense of how ultimately that's not just going to impact the overall cost for the trucking companies or those who are filling up at the pump. It's likely going to compound into the cost of goods, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, the big thing here is we're in new territory, uncharted territory today. Fuel prices will probably reach the highest on record. It was 14-year high yesterday, but today it's going to break it out. The announcement that the president is probably going to come out and issue a moratorium and banning Russian oil imports. That's going to probably take, 3% maybe of all of the oil. Just stop it that comes in the United States. We're seeing that right now this morning. We're seeing the price of crude oil. It's up $6 a barrel. And what does that mean? That means that the cost to fill up that truck and to move that truck goes up, same as the price of crude. And what's going to happen, of course, is that those costs have to be passed down. Trucking companies have what they call a fuel surcharge, and it is tacked on to the bill. It's independent of your fixed rate. But you're going to pay more because of the price of fuel. And what does it mean? Well, it just means that, global economic growth is probably going to be shot this year just because of the way the fuel prices are going up. And it's not going to get any better right now.
Don Schaefer with Midwest Truckers Association joining us. Got a couple of minutes left here, and I want to hit on a couple of topics if possible. One of them being what can be done here to try to curb this, and also saw a story about the EPA wanting to put in some 90% reduction on truck emissions, especially diesel operations. How do we surmount these obstacles, and how do we try to get the costs of fuel down?
Well, I mean, we'll take that EPA thing that came out yesterday. Yesterday, the EPA announced that they're going to, make restrictions on diesel emissions even more stricter than they are now. Even though they are 95% better than they were 25 years ago, they're going to tighten the wrench even more, which means that the price of buying trucks is going to go up probably another $10,000, which means then the costs have got to be passed on. So that's the big issue. Number two, we're talking about how do we control it? Well, I think right now our hands are tied. I mean, I think everyone's hands are tied. Do we stop shipping? No, we can't. And I mean, I think that we're going to have to bite the bullet for a little bit to see where this is going to go. The whole conflict in Russia is, I shouldn't call it a conflict, it's a war between Ukraine and Russia is, I think, early on. The only thing we can hope and pray for is that that this war is resolved, and that it's resolved in the right way, and that it takes some pressure off of off of the oil supplies, which seems to be, the one universal monetary currency that plays a factor in all of this.
Don, that's all the time we got. Appreciate you. It's now 8:00.
From the Fly SPI studios, take the easy way out. Stay informed, stay connected with WMAY Springfield.